We will have also dancing kirtan. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
His Holiness Sundara Caitanya Goswami Ki! Come on, there's not as many of us here tonight, so we have to be a bit louder. His Holiness Sundara Caitanya Goswami Ki! So, welcome, Maharaj. We are blessed. We've just had Bhakti Chaitanya Swami has just left our association during the week, and no sooner has he left than you have arrived. So we're really happy to have you. For those of you who don't know, Sundara Caitanya Goswami, he is a spiritual leader, a mentor, a great educator, a youth mentor, a great organizer of festivals, wonderful kirtan singer. He's a native of Mauritius. He came into contact with ISKCON in 1982. That was before many of you were born. So that gives you some. I was born in 1980. So when I was, toddling around, Maharaj was already engaged in devotional service. He moved into the Brahmachari ashram in 1986. He's done many services over the years. He's done Sankirtan, book distribution, temple presidents, as I said, organising festivals, particularly inspiring the youth. And one thing I'm particularly grateful for is that he went door to door. So just like Lord Nityananda and Haridas Thakur, they went door to door in Navadvip, knocking on everyone's door and saying, please chant Hare Krishna. So probably somewhere around about 1992, he knocked on the door of Vrinda and Ramai. But at that time, it was actually Jagannath Eshri and Vrajendra Nandan that opened the door. They were young children at that time. And he, was going door to door, selling books and inviting people to the temple. And I think the story goes that he left, but then... Yeah. Yeah, so I would like to thank him personally, because if Maharaj hadn't gone door to door in Mauritius, then perhaps my mother and father-in-law wouldn't have become devotees, in which case their children wouldn't have become devotees, and in which case I would not have a wife, nor would I have my children. So you are responsible for 1, 2, 3 generations of devotees. He's been here many times before, but please let's give him a warm welcome. Please, yeah. And as part of our welcome, let's please give Maharaj this beautiful flower garland presented by Shashvat Prabhu. Haribol! And not only is he a wonderful kirtan singer, but he's very deep and realized in his understanding of Krishna consciousness. So tonight he's going to be speaking about the importance of kirtan. Hare Krishna.
Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Namah. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nityananda. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Prasadine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Pasachari Satarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta-vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. First of all, I'd like to express my heartfelt joy for being here in Newcastle. And this is a castle, Krishna. Yes, Krishna is the biggest, and his family, yes, we've known them many years ago, and at one point he also was singing, right? You're still singing maybe. Kirtan. So Kirtan, Krishna is explained in Bhagavad Gita also. Satatam Kirtayantoma. This is the definition of a Mahatma. A Mahatma, Mahatma, the great soul, they are always engaged in glorifying the names of the Lord. Kirtanam. Right? Satatam, not one day. Always. Kirtayantoma. You know, they engage in chanting my glories. Why this is important? Because it's explained in the Shastra, and also Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come. Krishna Varnam Trishar Krishnam Sambhupam Astra Parshadam. This God, He will come, and what He will do, Yagyai Sankirtana prayer. Here it is not just kirtan, but it is Sankirtan. Kirtan is okay, we glorify God. But Sankirtan means to come together and glorify the names of God. Together. This is a Yuga Dharma or Kali Yuga. Each Yuga has one particular process. Sati Yuga, they were doing meditation. Kirita Dhyadhyaya to Vishnu. And Treta Yuga was Yagya, fire sacrifice. Dwapar Yuga was deity worship. But Kali Yuga is Kalotadhari Kirtanam. So ISKCON is not speculating or imagination. No, this is all Shastric. Why it is very important to do Kirtan? Because Mahaprabhu said that the Lord has invested all His potencies, all His Shakti in the holy name. Very powerful. Nam Namakari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shakti. You know, one time, this demon, Putana came to kidnap Krishna, to kill Krishna. So then Krishna killed Putana. So when Putana was killed, because Putana, she was a witch. You know what is a witch? What is a witch? Dying. Putana was dying. So after she was killed, Yashoda was thinking, oh, my son has been contaminated. He's contaminated, so we need to purify the son. Let's get him free from the dying and the effect, the bad omen, bad effect. So they wanted to purify Krishna. And who is Krishna? But here...
He's a little boy.
Huh?
He's a little boy.
Yeah, but still God. They want to purify God. In fact, God is the greatest purifier. Right? He's a purifier. Om Pavitra, Pavitrova, Sarvavastam, Gatopiva. Yet Pundakil Asha Sabhavyantara Suchi. So anything come in contact with Krishna, they will get purified. But here they want to purify Krishna. And you know how they wanted to purify Krishna?
By chanting names of, like Vishnu, chanting the names of the Lord.
So it means by chanting the names of Krishna to purify Krishna. So which is more powerful? Huh? Using Krishna's name to purify? You are chanting mantras. Mantras mean what? The name of Krishna. All mantras, they are name of Vishnu, Krishna. So they are chanting mantra to purify. That's why in Hindi, this is Hindi, they say, Hari se bara, Hari ka naam. Greater than the Lord is His name. Of course, there is no difference. Nam Chintamani Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha. Sudho Mukto Abhinatvam Nama Namido Abhinan. There is no difference between Nama and Nami. There is no difference between Krishna's name and Krishna. But there is one secret of difference. There is one secret of difference is that the name is greater than Krishna. There's no difference, but still there is a secret. But the name is greater than Krishna. Why? Because Krishna has invested all his energy in the holy name. Right? This is why when you chant the holy name, you feel the presence of Krishna. You feel purified. We cannot purify ourselves, can we? Can we purify ourselves by ourselves? What is the means to purify ourselves? We cannot. We need Krishna's name. We need Krishna's books. We need Krishna's prasadam. We need Krishna's murti, darshan. We need Krishna kirtan. It's all about Krishna to purify ourselves. Right? So, this is why chanting the holy name has been recommended. Sometimes people may say, what kind of mantra is this? You know, it's kirtan. Mantra should be having namaha. But here there is no namaha. Let's say namaha Om Vishnu Padaya, Om Namaha Shivaya, huh? Om Namo Bhagavate. Namaha is there. All mantras must have namaha, but here there is no namaha. People say like that. What kind of mantra? But all the other mantras, they are made of different things. But Maha Mantra is made of Nama only. Only pure Nama. If you take Gayatri mantra, beginning there is Bija mantra, like Om, this is Bija. At the end there is a Nyas. Only middle is Nama. And that's not fully Nama also. Like for example, we take Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. What is the Nama? Vasudeva. But we're not saying Vasudeva here, we're saying Vasudevaya. Antu Vasudeva. Right? Vasudeva is okay, but there is not just Vasudeva. It is Vasudeva, Antu Vasudeva. So it's not fully Nama. But Maha Mantra is fully made of Nama only. Beginning is Nama, middle is Nama, end is fully Nama. Krishna, Rama, Hare is fully Nama. There is no Namaha, there is no Vasudevaya, there is no Om, there is no Bhagavate, there is no, Namaskar, nothing. It's pure Nama. This is why his mantra is very, very unique. Right? and one who chant this holy name, and yeah, he will. Yes, of course, kirtan, chanting kirtan is not to mitigate suffering. Chanting kirtan is not to achieve liberation. That's wrong. No. What is the goal of chanting? To achieve what? Krishna?
Pray.
Pray. Yes, Krishna pray. So, one time there was Haridas Thakur. He was discussing with the Brahmanas. The Brahmanas were saying the goal of chanting is to mitigate suffering and achieve liberation. Haridas Thakur said, no, this is not the goal of chanting, to achieve liberation or to mitigate suffering. The goal of chanting is to achieve Krishna. He said to get liberation, even one can chant in jokingly or namabhas like Ajamil. You see, Ajamil also chanted kirtan at the time of death. He was saved. Right? So Ajamil was saved because he chanted Narayana. Yamdut came and Vishnudut came to save him. Yeah. So this is the importance why in Kali Yuga chanting of the holy name is very, very important, is very, very powerful. Right? I was saying yesterday, like some people be chanting Om, right? Om, that's also good. That's also Krishna. But Om is impersonal. Om is like generic. It's like you're saying Prime Minister. Right? Om is like saying the Prime Minister. We say only Prime Minister. Do we understand? We know he's a controller, but who is he? We don't know. Who is the Prime Minister now here?
Andy Burnham.
Huh?
Andy Burnham.
Andy
Burnham.
Burnham. I've not seen him. So by taking his name, we get a picture of him. Okay, let's say we say Mr. Modi, take his name. He's a Prime Minister of India. As soon as we take the name, we have a picture of him. His hair is white, his beard is white, he's wearing chashma, and always like this, wherever he goes. Blue shirt. So just by taking the name, we get a whole clue of his Nam, Gun, Roop and Leela. This is how powerful is Nama. Earlier I was just saying Prime Minister, but there was no clue. Right? Who is it? Detail. But as soon as take Mr. Modi, name, the whole picture comes. So that's why name is powerful. Name has everything. Nama. And from Nama comes Gun, Roop and Leela. See? You get a whole picture of the personality. So, yes, chanting kirtan. Sometimes devotees telling me, Maharaj, you sing very well. You feel happy dancing. But when you're dancing, not the body is dancing. Who is dancing? The soul is dancing. But body is just cooperating. When soul is jumping, body also jumps. Right? The body is that matter. How can the body dance? Unless the soul dance. The soul, what is the nature of the soul? Again? Satchit Ananda. Soul is powerful. Soul, if soul is Satchitananda, we have such. This harmonium is made of wood. Soul is made of Satchit. We are Ananda. If we are Ananda, then why are we morose? We're supposed to be always blissful. Because soul is made of Ananda. And soul is extremely powerful. Soul can mitigate all the suffering. The soul is so powerful that it can overcome all the problems of life. That much power the soul has. But only that we forgot about it. When problem comes, we collapse. But soul is part and parcel of God. So he has a capacity to overcome. There is no difficulty, there is no problems that the soul cannot overcome. Understand? Now why we cannot do it? Because this is weakness of heart. We have weakness of heart. Right? There is no difficulty that the soul cannot overcome. It's so powerful. But only we forgot about it. We don't realize. Because of Maya, of heart, weakness of heart. Even Arjuna, his problem is Krishna is telling this is weakness of heart. The problem is you have weakness of heart. But because the soul is tejas, the soul is shining, the soul is very powerful. You know? So the soul becomes happy when there is always kirtan. The soul is become happy when the soul glorifying the names of the Lord, glorifying Krishna. Satatam kirtayanto mam. Satatam, always chanting my glories. The soul is always. And he's called Mahatma. And can chant the glories of the holy names of the Lord. So, this is it. I was telling Raja today that to go back to the Golok Dham only by chanting the Harinam. Because Abhinatam Nam Chintamani Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha. So this Nama, in Nama, everything, all the rasa is there. Santaras, Dasaras, then Vatsalya, Ras, Sakyaras, and how many rasas do we know more? Rasagulla, Rasamalai, Ganikaras, and what? Nimbukaras. It is true. Because there are unlimited amount of rasa. They are all found in the in Namaras. So tomorrow if you want to eat rasgulla, you chant Hare Krishna. You will get a taste of. If you want to get a taste of rasmalai, chant Hare Krishna. If you want to get a taste of Dharnika, chant Hare Krishna. Because this ras, Nam ras, is the embodiment of all the rasa, including the 5 rasa, plus all the juice that we speak about. You know? We normally speak of Amrit. No? Amrit? We say nectar. Have you ever drink the nectar, the real nectar? The mantan, they took them in Amritam? No? We just say it, but we have never tasted it. But all the rasa exists is found in the holy name, in Namaras. One Kanam Ki, Harinam Sankirtan Ki. All the rasa, all of the world It's found in Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Rupa Goswami said, when I chant this two-syllable, Krishna, I feel Krishna, Radha Krishna is dancing upon my tongue. Then I desire to have thousands of tongues, not for eating, but for chanting. And when I chant, the sound from my mouth goes into my, and it's so blissful nectar. I desire to get thousands of, no, 2,000. 1,000 mouths? Yes, it would be 2,000, right? Because you have 2. You know, and then this holy name goes into the ear and then shoot to the heart. So from here to the ear and to the heart. This is how it works. And then it captures all the senses. All the senses become purified. Just by chanting, just by vibrating Krishna. It's too simple. You know, so powerful. So whatever we are doing in this world is not speculation. This is Shastra. It is Shastric. It is not sentimental. Nowadays we see many people are singing now, kirtan, jamming, so called. Bhajan? Jamming everywhere now. Previously they were laughing at the Hare Krishna when they see Hare Krishna dancing on the street. They said, Pagal. Now they also becoming Pagal. Yeah. Who started dancing in Kirtan? The Hare Krishna. In Mauritius they were saying these are fool. No? Pagal people. So now I'm seeing everybody, all the different religion, they also doing Kirtan and dancing in Kirtan. Because this is a youth dharma. It's very, very powerful, this Kirtan. And Kirtan means glorification. The word Kirtan means glorification of Krishna. To glorify Krishna's name, and that's what will bring happiness to life. Hare Krishna. Any question?
Thank you, Maharaj. That was a wonderful talk. And yeah, I really liked how you explained that everything is there in the name. I liked the fact you were saying that to purify Krishna, they had to use Krishna's name, so the name is more powerful than Krishna.
Yes.
But I have one question. You said that you were explaining to Brajendra that to get back to Goloka Vrindavan, we can only get there by chanting the holy name of Krishna. So then I was thinking, if it's only by chanting Hare Krishna that we can get back, why do we do so many other things? Why are we cooking? Why are we cleaning? Why are we doing so many other services if it's only through chanting? What's the importance of other services? Should we not just spend all our time chanting?
In fact, the point, I'll just explain the point I told him, agenda. So, is even though we are doing service we have to do. Bhakti means Navavida Bhakti. It's 9 process. Shravanam is Bhakti. Kirtanam is Bhakti. What else? Smaranam is Bhakti. Pada Sevanam is Bhakti. Bandhanam is Bhakti. Archanam is Bhakti. Atmanivedanam, Sakyam Atmanivedanam. They all 9, there are 9, not only 1. Kirtan is 1. So all the 9 we have to do. Not only Kirtan, but all the 9. So the point I wanted to make, even if we do service, but our service is in the mood of own reverence, our service is in Dasya Bhav, servitorship. And even our deity worship is in the mood of Lakshmi Narayan worship. Dasya, or reverence, Lakshmi Narayan takes one to Vaikuntha, not to Golok. Because only they are in the mood of servitorship. Servitorship, sadhana will go to Vaikuntha. Only if we serve in these three rasa of Sakya, Vatsalya and Madhurya, then take us to Golokadham. But we're not doing that. We're not serving Madhurya in all these rasa, three rasa. But then, how to do is the holy name is the embodiment of all the rasa. It's included already. So, we don't need to practice Madhurya, Vatsalya, Sakya. Because holy name involves everything. That's a power of the holy name. Of course, seva we have to do. I was saying is, Kali Yuga, the process is chanting of the holy name. And the only process in Kali Yuga is chanting of the holy name, but other service has to also be done together with it. Right? Whatever service, whatever Gurudev. And this chanting of the holy name Gurudev has given at the time of initiation, that has to be done. Right? So, yeah, seva has to be there because Krishna is saying Bhakti Amam Abhijanam. Only through devotional service you can understand me. Right? But the process is, compared to other yugas, is also chanting of the holy name. That would actually can purify one and take also one back to Godhead. Service is there, we have to do. That's also purifying. Service is also, because it's not one, it's 9 process. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ajendra? Prabhu's.
Hare Krishna Maharaji, thank you. Your talk was very blissful as usual, enlightening. You mentioned about goal of chanting, and that is Krishna Prem. So, is that our goal, or our goal is going back to Godhead? What should be the goal? Or they are same? They are different.
What Haridas Thakur was saying to the Brahmanas, that the Brahmanas, caste Brahmana, they were saying the goal of chanting is to mitigate suffering and to get liberation. But that's not the real goal. Real goal of chanting is to achieve Krishna Prema. And this is a byproduct. It comes automatic. It said when you become a devotee, Mukti Devi comes to your door, knocking at your door. Is there any seva? Means bhakti is higher than mukti. That's the point. Mukti is not the highest. Bhakti is even if you go back to Krishna, get mukti to go there, what to do? What to be engaged in seva. Bhakti is higher than mukti. Or you can say Mukti Devi become the servant of bhakti. Mahaprabhu is saying, Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim, jagadi kamai, janmama janmani, janmaniswari, bhavatad bhakti, ahetukitva. I don't want this, I don't want that. I want devotional service, birth after. And he doesn't want mukti. Devotional service, birth after birth. Our goal is to serve Krishna, to achieve love of Godhead. Where we will go, that's dependent on Krishna. You know? Even not the mukti of Brahma Jyoti, the impersonal is achieved because there is no service. Hanuman doesn't like it also because Hanuman always want to serve. Mukti, there is no opportunity to serve. So, yeah, to achieve bhakti. Yes, anything?
No, maybe someone, I think.
Okay.
Raman, you said something?
Thank you very much for coming and enlightening and the talk was amazing. I think I have never heard like, the way you have explained the power of the Holy Name. Though we've been listening everywhere, it's very powerful. But the way you put it forward was great. And I also heard that when we chant, like it is also said, somebody said, if you chant once the Maha Mantra, you can go. But then I read somewhere, I heard, but that chanting, I think Prabhupada also mentioned, that chanting is like you know, like somebody just comes and he doesn't even chant once and he feels that that chanting should be like it should be Sudhana. And when to chant Sudha, like very, very high level of praying, it takes all these things involved, and these things will help you, like deity worship, like other things, like doing devotional service, seva. All these will help you to build to that level of chanting. Because when we chant with offenses, and then we chant without offenses, then we chant pure. So to come to that level, all these things will help you to engage in devotions, like thinking of Krishna, as you say, all the time. So I think that's what is, that level of chanting will bring you to Goloka and not chanting with offenses.
Of course, it's mentioned about, you mentioned just chant once,
Yeah.
but that, c'est comme la brezza. You see, devotees who were going to Jagannath Puri and coming back to Mayapur, so they were, Mahaprabhu gave them instruction. Mahaprabhu told them, chant Hare Krishna and serve the devotees. And then the devotees asked, who is a Vaishnava? Mahaprabhu said, a Vaishnava is one who chants Hare Krishna even once. He said. And second year Mahaprabhu gave same instructions, serve the Vaishnavas. And the devotees asked Mahaprabhu, who is a Vaishnava? Mahaprabhu said, the Vaishnava is one who constantly chants Hare Krishna. That's his second year. Third year Mahaprabhu gave same instruction. And they asked, Mahaprabhu, who is a Vaishnava? And Mahaprabhu said, a Vaishnava is one, but just by seeing him, you become inspired to chant. So Mahaprabhu was given 3 different answers. What does that mean? What is the first one? Yes. Chant Hare Krishna once is the Kanishta. Constantly chanting is Madhyama. And the third one, just by seeing him, you can inspire, that is Uttamadhikari. So there's level, gradual level to go higher and higher. You know? And last is pure chanting. So yes, definitely, all this service, we do all these things, yagya, and puja, meditation, is all to help us to chant pure chanting. Even Gayatri is given for us to chant Mahamantra, because Mahamantra is more important to chant Mahamantra pure. Yes. And chanting is also seva. Is also seva. chanting. You must have a question? Alright, yes sir.
Well, what should be our mode while chanting?
Huh?
What should be our mode while chanting?
While chanting?
Yeah. Whether it be kirtan or japa, what should be our mode?
Mahaprabhu has given, but yet still the mood is like a baby crying. Mother is crying, baby is crying for the mother, as the Acharya has explained. So chanting, if you see the meaning of chanting Mahamantra is, "Oh my Lord, please engage me in your service." But Mahaprabhu also given the mood. How can we chant constantly? Trinadapi suni chena tarogapi saristana amana mahanadena kirtanya sadahari. The chanting of the name means, "Oh my Lord, please engage me in your service." It means I am a servant. I'm the big boss. I'm a servant, not servant, servant of the servant. Then the crying will become very intense, bona fide, sincere, and Krishna will reciprocate on the chanting. Right? So, yes, that's a mood. I'm the servant of Krishna, I'm crying for Krishna's mercy. That's a crying, the chanting is a crying. You don't require necessary tears. This is a crying or asking for service. Even when you become a devotee, because there is a danger also, now I'm a great devotee, name, fame, glory, all same story may come. So to be very, very careful. But you want to be servants, serving the devotees. And you see, all the followers of Mahaprabhu, they were the embodiment of the third verse of Sikshastakam. Many of them, they were practicing. Mahaprabhu said, write this verse, put it on like a garland in their neck every day. So, yeah, this is more to serve, to be servant of the devotees. This is what Mahaprabhu said, Pabuka hai Vaishnav seva nam sankirtan Duikara Shigra Pave Shri Krishna Charan. Mahaprabhu said, Prabhu Kahe Vaishnava Seva and Nama Sankirtan. Duikara, it was these two. Shigra Pave, quickly you will achieve Shri Krishna Charan. If one wants to achieve Krishna Charan very fast, serve the Vaishnavas and chant Hare Krishna. Duikara, do these two. And says Sigra. Sigra means very quick, fast. Pabe, achieve. Sri Krishna Charan. It's the contrary of being proud. People are proud in this world. But by doing service, you become. Yes. So, has to always be there. Yes.
I wanted to ask, since we're talking about the holy name being the most potent because it's higher than, it's more powerful than Krishna's name, by Krishna, himself. So when we're chanting in our japa, sometimes we have to chant mechanically because we have to chant our 16 rounds. So how do we get taste? Because, I have a family. And chanting would be, we need to fit it in, otherwise it's not going to happen, chanting my 16 rounds. So sometimes when I'm chanting, I'm doing it as a duty. I can't, I can't relish the holy name, I'm not, so how do you get taste for, we have to, we're busy working, family, and then we have to fit in chanting around as well. So how do we kind of chant nicely.
Definitely, for grihastas, you also have lots of household duties and kids. Sometimes it's become not easy. And that's why balancing is important. Balanced life is a balance is everywhere. Even if you have a car, you have wheel balancing. You're eating a food, if it is too much salt, you cannot eat. If it is less salt, you cannot eat. When the weather, Krishna has put balance. If it is extremely hot, we cannot survive. If it is extremely cold, we cannot live. Even in flight, flight. One time I was traveling, my seat was on the left side, and the woman told me, "Can you please sit on the right side?" I said, "Why?" Just to keep some balance. So in Grihastha life, we have to see also how much time we have to have for a family, for material things and spiritual. Both has to be there. And especially when you have babies, definitely it's difficult. But I would say that even if you're chanting, even if you don't have taste, continue chanting. Even forcefully. But that holy name itself will bring the taste. Even you have to chant forcefully, even there is no taste, okay. But chant. The power will come from itself. There is no other means to get the taste. Sometimes it's difficult, I understand. Sometimes devotees tell me, "Maharaj, I don't have inspiration, I don't." Sometimes you just have to do it. Just chant. Even with that. It's like there is an example. There is a kirtan, you don't feel dancing. Sometimes it happens, devotees are dancing, but you don't have the inspiration to dance. But just dance also. When if you don't have the taste, so just jump. And when devotees will see you jumping, he doesn't know that you don't have the taste. And they will become inspired. And you will become inspired. And then they will become inspired by seeing you. So that's how it works. So sometimes even I have to just take it, even if it is okay, fine. But the taste, the inspiration, the shakti will come from the Holy Name. There is no other way. It will come from the Holy Name. That's okay. Continue chanting. Because Holy Name is like Prabhupada, fire. Fire, you don't know, it will burn if you touch it. Right? So that's how sometimes inspiration comes forcefully, we have to do beginning. Even if you don't like, even if you don't have the taste, just do it. It will come from itself, of the chanting. But we should never give up, always chanting, no matter what. But also one good thing is, the baby will get up before the baby gets up. You have time in the morning, chant. Daytime become difficult. So many things to do, so many things to do. That's why only tapasya in Kali Yuga, what is it?
Breaking up early.
To get up early. You don't have to go to the forest. Only one tapasya in Kali Yuga. When you get up, then you can do your mala. Many mala you can complete. Even sometimes, even before, sometimes they do that, some devotees. Before doing arti, they keep the arti late. Gets up. Sometimes they take, many of course take bath, but one can also even just wash the hand, the mouth, and sit down and chant. If you do that, you'll see we'll complete many rounds before the baby gets up, before the morning duty, what we have to do. Just get up, sit on the sofa, think and chant. You know? Aarti should be short, not big, in the morning at home. Because Aarti is not Yug Dharma. What is Yug Dharma? The chant. You keep small Aarti, not so elaborate, but chant, try to complete and chant and do the Mangala Aarti a bit late. You'll see. Every day you'll be able to complete nicely. Okay, so we have 15 minutes of Kirtan. You can be together and chant.
So maybe on Maharaj's request, even if we don't feel like getting up and dancing, let's all get up and dance.
Go! Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare की Jai Vaishnava की Namaste Sundara Caitanya Goswami की ISKCON Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Radha Bhakta की Sri Radha Krishna Govinda Sham Radha Giri Vardhan की Vrindavan Vidham की Sri Bhakti Devi की Gamaya Vanmaya की Hidaya Gopyavananda Sadhava ki all glories to us and devotees, all glories to us and devotees, glories to us and devotees, glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga.
His Holiness Bhakti, Bhakti Chaitanya Swami has been here for so long. His Holiness Sundara Caitanya Goswami K. Shri Harinam Sankirtan Yagya K. Nitai Gaura Premanande. So thank you, Maharaj. That was wonderful. One devotee, good friend of mine, he always says that to hear the holy name, we have to hear about the holy name. So just by hearing you speak about the glories of the holy name now, I feel so inspired to chant. I really liked that example you gave about if we just say Prime Minister, it doesn't conjure up any images, but when you say Narendra Modi, for instance, then immediately, the Guna, Rupa, and then Leela. I thought that was a really nice example. Sorry? Or Donald Trump, yes, or Andy Burnham. But anyway, the point was, it was very nice. So thank you so much for sharing with us the glories of the holy name. Maharaj will be back tomorrow for the Sunday Soul event starting at 3 p.m. Maharaj will be doing more kirtan, more speaking. So please come back tomorrow and bring friends with you. We have some light prasadam this evening. I think Vrinda has made some light prasadam. It's not a full course meal, but we have a little light prasadam. So we could just do with a little hand, please, just to bring up whatever preparation there is. We could do with the hand with serving, and we could do with the hand cleaning up afterwards. Okay, Srila Prabhupada K. Shri Panchatattva K. His Holiness Sundara Caitanya Goswami K. Nitai Gaura Premanande.